Yes guys, AdamMcKola here outside Turf Moor. As you can see, Manchester United have won 2-0 against Burnley thanks to two Romelu Lukaku goals. We really needed those goals as well today. We really needed the points today as well. And thankfully, Manchester got it now. I am going to be walking right now through bags of noise because as you can see, they're packing loads of stuff up here outside Turf Moor. But excuse the noise, stick with me and we'll have a little chat about the Manchester United game. So, 2-0 today. Romelu Lukaku's 2 goals. Sanchez got the first assist. The other assist came from a deflection, so I don't think that counts as an assist. Romelu Lukaku, by the way, could have had 50? Could have had 5-6 goals today, and that's no exaggeration. He really did miss a bag of a lot of chances, which was frustrating to see. But very poor recently. We've had no confidence in our play. We haven't really scored any goals. We haven't kept any clean sheets, but we've managed to perform a lot better today. But it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect at all. There were parts of that where you're looking and you're thinking, we've got to do better there, or we've got to do better there. Marcus Rashford, why are you getting sent off, bruv? Like, I don't know whether you really headbutted Bardsley or not. I'll have to see it again, but why are you being stupid? You haven't played much games this season at all, and now you're going to go headbutt someone, get involved, and then now you're missing a couple of games, and that's not what we want to see either. So that was frustrating from Marcus Rashford, especially given the fact that he was so positive when he did come onto the field. Apart from Marcus Rashford, like I said, Alexis was a little bit better today. Thought Marouane Fellaini played all right in the midfield. Jesse Lingard I thought was excellent, and he set the tone from the start really. Did Jesse Lingard. His movement, his pace. Well, he could have scored right now. Let me know what's absolutely awful. Someone save me, please. Make sure you're heading over to his channel. Chris as well, by the way, is behind me. We've got some familiar faces coming up. I think his name is. I'm rolling on 33 KB here, you know, Chris. Producer Chris is there like, yeah, Adam, you should be doing some stuff for full time. I ain't got connections to be doing this live stream. Never been mind doing tweets, but somehow we're doing it. Say again, bro.
You're
yeah, we're on telly.
On telly. On telly and Burnley.
That's producer Chris. Chris's camera's connected to the telly or my phone with 33 KB internet. It's absolutely going, you know. 7 minutes. Apologies about the poor signal. We've got to do with what we got to do with here in Burnley. But we're getting further away from the ground. I've jumped up to 50 KB somehow, so we're booming. Yes, Mohammed. Yes, Ram. 2 holding mids. Pogba licensed to go forward. Alexis and Lingard cutting in from the wings in between and behind the defence. All looked good. Luckily, Burnley were too fucked to attack. Says my signal's getting a bit better now as well as we get further away from the stadium, which is absolutely great news. You guys are keeping me company till I get to my car. But first of all, we got to walk producer Chris back, because producer Chris is the man with the plan. Producer Chris is hopefully the man we've got, and you can do just that. Right, let me say my goodbyes. See, producer Chris moaning at me again, guys. Should have bagged about 4 today, says Dean. I totally agree with you. Could have had 2 hat-tricks, especially against Joe Hart as well. I want to see us slap 6 goals past that post. Can't stand Joe Hart. I just hope this, but the Wi-Fi is getting better now. We're getting better. We are flying a little bit. I've got 3 figures. Oh, I did have 100 KB, and now it's gone back down to like fuck all KB. Hopefully find the car, and then we can get home in it. This that Burnley Wi-Fi. I think the whole of Burnley is run on one dongle. Genuine, no lie. We should have scored at least 8 goals, says Nasir. Bruh, my network's is anchor. This isn't my network, bruv. This is fully Burnley. There's nothing to do with me. I got 4G. I got a banging data plan. I got all of that. But Burnley ain't fucking with me at the moment. There go the police. AdamMcKola TV. Manchester United have beaten Burnley 2-0. Even though we went down to 10 men towards the end after Marcus Rashford was sent off. Paul Pogba missed a penalty. Loads of madness going on. I thought Luke Shaw was absolutely excellent for Manchester United today. And United got 3 points in the bag, which was just what we needed. How are you guys feeling after that? Get your thoughts in. Maybe more comments will come through now. I'm not too sure. But get your thoughts in on the channel. Keep everything locked. And I'll have another little chit chat while I get in the car for 5 minutes. And then we'll head off on the motorway. Sure, hard not to give Romelu Lukaku the man of the match. Only himself to blame. It's always the same in Burnley. I don't know, a bit frustrating, but hey, ho, what can you do? Anyway, I'm seeing some of you guys are struggling to watch this. And there's not much I can do about the signal because the signal is awful. Awful, awful, awful. So I may as well just cut this short then because thoughts on the banner. When people done the Moyes banner and I was very critical of them and they spoke to me and they said, like, if we were to bring a banner into the ground, we wouldn't be allowed to. And I totally appreciate that. So I can understand why some people resort to doing plain banners. But at the same time, why are we attacking Ed Woodward? Like, it should say the Glazers and Ed Woodward or the Glazers. It shouldn't just say Ed Woodward because Ed Woodward works for the Glazers. So if you're going to criticise anybody, you have to criticise the Glazers. It is that simple. But I understand and I get the sentiment of that flag and I slightly agree with it as well. Although I think our football could be better and the Glazers aren't, responsible for that. So, like I've said many times before, the problems at Manchester United are big. The problems at Manchester United are layered. They're not just the Glazers and Woodward's fault, but they are a massive part of it. I think Jose Mourinho could improve things without having to spend, without having to buy players, but they are a massive part of the problem that he faces. So I can totally get it, totally understand. Anyway, guys, I've been AdamMcKola. I've been struggling on this Burnley Wi-Fi stupid connection. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Fancam's coming up on Full Time Devils very, very soon. And for now, I'm AdamMcKola. It's time to get out of Burnley.